messenger. Hey, messenger.
Kelly on the beat, boy. Kelly on the beat.
Put up on inna the air. Put up on and inna the air right now. Hey.
I wouldn't lie, I really am rethinking my makeup artist because I hired a makeup artist. You know, we got a makeup artist for tonight. Who's not here yet, but I really thank God for Wendel. Listen, the E in E News. You understand? That E is for everything, you know. Listen, not entertainment, you know. She's makeup. I checked on IG, blessed. Is the nail tech, nail tech, you know.
Yeah.
E News and
Full
she's
of
makeup too. Thanks so much, Wendel.
Jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Speaking of Jack of all trades, I know to me, I think one of the songs that propelled you into a different stratosphere would have been, that's for me, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, it would be Thank Him in Advance.
Yeah, that was the first one, yeah.
Right? Tell me a bit about that song and you know, doing that song and Life of Blessed Messenger after that.
Right. Well, Thanks in Advance would have been one of the breakout songs, right?
Yeah.
That would have, you know, started piquing the interest of the other islands and parts of the world. That was birthed. Actually, I always had that phrase, thank you in advance, which I learned from my mom. She would always say, boy, you have to give God thanks in advance for what is to come, you know? So I would always use that phrase. And then when my brethren, Nigel Lopez, sent me he was working on something and he was like, come through now, let me do something. And then when we started working on the track and finally finished and we sent it out there, I wasn't actually expecting that kind of response from, you know, the track in itself. I know it was good, but, you know, the response after where people would reach you on the road and testify to you right there on the road and say, boy, that song, you know, I play that song and I get you with a house, get you with a car, who was studying and all that kind of stuff.
And that kind of became the anthem for a lot of people.
Yeah.
That was the anthem for a lot of people, and not just Christian people, because I've seen that song performed in
across the board.
Across the board, and people singing it and they enjoying it. They might even know who Blessed Messenger is, but they know the song.
They know the song in itself.
And then for me, right after that was when you linked up with Kelly Beats.
That was Turn Up.
For Turn Up.
Yeah, that was Turn Up.
Because Turn Up, you brought in that heavy dancehall element into your thing. So,
into the repertoire. And Kelly was instrumental in that because his mind and his thinking, he was really elevating the music at that time. And it's like, bro, I had this rhythm for you. Jump on it, you know?
Yeah,
and that's what I was hearing, you know, that kind of turn up feel and that vibes, you know? So, yeah, man.
Who's the artist that you, and I don't use the word channel, but when you started putting the hand in the air, I was hearing somebody in my head.
Yeah.
I was hearing that artist, it's Cartel, is somebody.
Boy, let me tell you, we just listen to so much of music sometimes and have all these things, you know? So when I heard the beat, that is what I was hearing, you know?
But I think that push it.
Yeah.
There's a trend now, blessed with gospel artists.
Right.
I asked Brandon about it.
Okay.
I asked a few of them. This thing all I have now, and not just gospel artists, calling all your name and you start every song. Fire General, okay, whatever. Brandon B again, we know who you are. We already know who you are. Why every song you come, you have to tell us, it's Fire General, okay, we know. But what is the Fire General?
Right.
That would have been with, what song was that?
That was Fire.
Fire.
Yeah.
When that came out, and you stayed with that Fire.
With it, yeah.
You call yourself the Fire General.
Yeah.
But what I like as well is the Messenger Nation aspect.
Yeah.
How is that? How do you lead
Right.
the Messenger Nation? Who is Messenger Nation?
Messenger Nation is everyone that follows Blessed Messenger music, you know? So from the time you log on to Blessed Messenger, then you are a part of the Messenger Nation family, you know? So, yeah, that is where that actually comes from. I was actually looking for something unique, something out of the way, and then that just dropped in the spirit and I ran with it. You know?
Inspiration in terms of music?
Well, right now, well, I listen to everything. I listen to different genres. A lot of people don't know, but I listen to a lot of slow worship, so contemporary stuff, you know, and just to hear the chords and that kind of stuff, you know. But because of my Tobago background, I hear a lot of drums in my head kind of beating, you know, with heritage and all that kind of stuff. So It's a mixture of a lot of things. I like reggae, soca.
Clearly.
You know.
If you have if they tell you, no, let me give you a one must go.
Yeah.
Right? If they tell you blessed,
Yeah.
dancehall,
Yeah.
praise and worship,
Yeah.
soca,
Yeah.
reggae.
One
right?
must go.
One must go. In other words, you can't sing that
Ever
style
again?
ever again.
I could. Dancehall could go.
Serious?
Yeah.
She's so
I am
liable.
a true. Let me
Serious?
tell you something. I love my country, Trinidad and Tobago, right? So anything about Trinidad and Tobago, I gotta choose it first.
Yeah.
You know, I often tell a lot of my gospel artist friends, it's okay to sing reggae and all that kind of stuff and thing, but when you go out there singing, people want to hear where you come from. You know, they want to hear soca, they want to hear, you know, that sweet soca, that kaisu. You know, I remember I went to I think it was St. Vincent. Right, and when they hear that kind of that love way that I was singing, they was like, "What is that?" You know, that kind of stuff. So,
don't tell me that is another one too.
Yeah.
When that whole soca kind of old school vibe.
Yeah.
And don't tell me that. And when that laugh at the start. You know? But that's also your testimony.
Yes, it is my
right?
testimony.
So tell us a bit about that.
The testimony was actually my mom's testimony. You know, where she is a person really would go to church, and you know that woman already that'll be decked off, looking good, whatever. If they have on weave or whatever makeup thing, and then as soon as song service starts, you want to know where all that makeup and thing, you know, that whole dandy up thing went, you know.
But then your mom had to get better makeup.
But because
was it the makeup good?
Bro, hey, you gotta get me somewhere for me, you know.
Moms I love you. But I mean, if after our worship and makeup run, you understand? Then clearly you need to run down your side. That's it. You understand? Moms I love you.
But then she's been through a lot in her life, you know, and people used to want to know why it is that she used to be worshiping and praising and getting on like that. And she would say, "Hear what? I know what God did in my life. So when you see me, leave me alone. If you have negative things to say, don't tell me that." So I use that and just put it into the music.
Nice. Blessed, tell people where they could find you, especially those on tonight on M&ETV. People who now care about you, where they could find you on your social media and stuff like that, your handles and that kind of thing.
You could find me on Instagram, Blessed Messenger 1. You could find me on Facebook. Just type in Blessed Messenger or Tyrone Walters. You could find me on Twitter also, Fire General, right there. You could find me on TikTok recently, Fire General again, you know. On YouTube, you could find me there, Blessed Messenger.
Give us 2 lines of Freedom Circle before you go.
Freedom Circle? Oh, that is song you choose, right?
So give us 2 lines of any of your songs before you go.
People me love me not selfish. Word of God that fi blow like shellfish. Preach the word of God everywhere I go. Them a call me the gospel Elvis. Me a no calculator, you can't check this. Satan can't take me in a your checklist. Man a warrior, long time. Me slew them like Moses' apprentice.
That's what we're talking about. Blessed Messenger. Hey, thank you.
Yeah, man, thanks for having me again, Wendel.
Guys, of course, follow him on IG, on Facebook. I don't think he's on TikTok, but you can find him wherever there's social media. Guys, we're going to come back in a short while with another one of our guests right here on Tonight on M&ETV.
Priesthood and a holy nation. So things that this world can't worry me, because I don't get the victory. I am a royal priesthood and a holy nation. So things that this world can't worry me.